Hey everybody, so I wanted to talk about firsts today. So, with fostering, and this is specifically like foster care, foster kid related from me. So, with your own biological kids, you get all the firsts. You get the first word, you get the first steps, you get the first crawl, you get the first time doing everything. But with foster kids and foster care, you're often not the person that has those firsts. And something that was really kind of sad for me was losing those firsts. And especially because, they were 3 when they came to us. So there weren't going to be too many firsts left. So I was really quite sad about it for a while, actually. It took me a good long while to really get over and to just kind of accept and know that, with our next child, we will more than likely have all, if not most of those firsts. So, but there was definitely a mourning period of, I don't know when your first steps were, and I don't know what your first word was, and I don't know how you got that scar on your forehead. I don't know any of those firsts. But as time has gone on, we've been very lucky in that, we're their second set of foster parents. They did have Christmas last year, but the foster parents they were with before, one celebrates Christmas and one celebrates Hanukkah. And because they were both so so adamant on celebrating their own, it kind of pushed them to not celebrate anything super intensely, I guess would be the word. Nothing was really the tradition, so nothing was celebrated really well, I guess. So this year, we've had a lot of firsts, and I've been so excited because I just didn't see that coming. So when you talk about firsts, you talk a lot about, their first word and their first steps and the first time they roll over and all of those kinds of things. But you don't really think about their first time with the Easter Bunny and the first time going to school, or their first time, which we actually didn't get, but their first time seeing Santa and all these other firsts that you don't really think about. And when I kind of started realizing that I was going to get all of these firsts, I was just over the moon. So we've gotten a ton of those. Easter Bunny, their first time seeing fireworks, their first time doing a sparkler, what else? Their first time actually going trick-or-treating and picking out their own outfits or their own costumes for Halloween, their first hot cocoa, their first time baking cookies, all these other firsts that I just didn't foresee. And today we got a really, really fun one, and I was actually alone with them because my husband had to work, and we haven't been able to set up a good time that the lines weren't going to be nuts for Santa. So we went this morning when they opened, and it was still like an hour wait almost. It was like 40 minutes, but I kept it a total secret. I just told them we were going to do a Christmas surprise, and everything we've done has been a Christmas surprise. So I made them Christmas jammies, and everything Christmas that we've gone and done, they get to do in their Christmas jammies, but they don't get to sleep in them until Christmas Eve. So we got into their Christmas jammies. They got to bring their bear. They put on their little Leanime leg warmers, which you can kind of see peeking out in the picture. And then we went and saw Santa. And we're standing in this line, and everybody's talking about going to see Santa with their kids, and they were just totally oblivious, didn't realize that was what we were doing. So I kept them facing me until it was our turn, and then I had them turn around, and Bob started jumping up and down and screaming and like hyperventilating. She was so excited. It was just so cute. I thought she was gonna pass out. She was like hyperventilating so hard. And Veggie was actually like dancing around and just so excited. I thought she was gonna pee her pants. They were both just so ecstatic to see Santa. We've been talking about Santa, and at first they had no idea what I was talking about. You know, I asked them what they wanted from Santa, and it was just like, who's Santa? So I kind of explained, thinking maybe they just didn't remember. And then Veggie looked at me and I said, okay, so what do you want to ask Santa for Christmas? And she looked at me and she goes, can Santa bring me a snack? Kind of went, no, you're supposed to ask for something like big, a present, not a sack. But for a couple of weeks, it was just, oh, okay, well, Santa could bring me water, Santa could bring me a sock, all these silly little things. And then it started to finally really kick in once we started talking about it more. So they were super excited. They are both asking for art supplies, but Bob is also asking for a telescope. She really wants a telescope, which at first I thought was totally insane, that she had no idea what a telescope really was. She probably just heard the word somewhere. So I finally asked her, what do you want a telescope for? And she said, so I can look at the sky and see the stars. Oh, you actually know what a telescope is. Cool. So I'm trying to work that out right now. But it was so exciting and so amazing to see their first time seeing Santa. They were just so incredibly excited, and I loved it. But yeah, so anybody that's out there that's thinking about foster care or adoption and thinking about those firsts that you might miss, don't forget to think about the firsts that you will get. You will get so many firsts. It's just not the ones you normally think about when you think about first things. But yeah, that's my kind of story on firsts and how my attitude towards it totally went from one end to the other. So that's where I'm at, and I'm about to go to a meeting for IVF, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye.